Before 1st.One was formed, we actually, as the longest trainee, I trained for about 4 years to 5 years. I had to master the Korean language in order to debut. For me, naman po, Ace. Actually, the management named me Ace for two things. One is, like, to give me the title of being over the situation all the time. Because they want me to be the best in the group, not because I'm already the best, but they want to give me, since I'm the leader, they want to give me the responsibility of always striving to be the best so that I can carry my teammates together with me. So the Ace name doesn't really specifically mean skills only, but the Ace name was given to me because of the heart. They always told me, your fire should infect everyone. So that's why I was given the Ace. First of all, we had different backgrounds. Originally, me and Alpha were the original best friends because I was the first ever trainee in 1st.One Entertainment Korea. And then I came there like from today, it's like 4 to 5 years ago. And I was training from language to singing to dancing to acting, everything. And then one day, they wanted me to gather up people here in the Philippines who might be really good for a boy group. So I contacted Alpha. Alpha is actually a best friend from a long time ago. But for me, I've already been in the entertainment scene since I was young because I really wanted this path. So actually, I think my parents are here. So they told I was actually I graduated from the Ateneo de Manila. So a quick story. I'm a management economics major, and then I went to my dad one day and I asked him. I was like high school, Dad. I really want to become like Michael Jackson. So can I just focus on performing? And then they were like, no, finish your studies first. So I was so frustrated, but eventually I finished my studies. And then there's this funny story. I got invited by I won't mention the name of the company, but I got invited by this company to be an economist, to be an economist for them. And then they offered me this very good offer when I was really a fresh graduate. And then the first thing I did, I told that to my dad. And then he asked me to go to the interview. And then I went there, and then I listened to them, And then after that, I respectfully told the interviewer, thank you very much, sir. I'm so sorry, but I just really went here because of my dad. I really wanted to become a performer, and I thank you for your time. And then the very same day, I went home, I told my dad that story, and he got really mad at me. But the very next day, I already had a ticket to Korea. So the very next day, I flew to Korea to pursue my dream. So that's a bit of me. Actually po, as I mentioned earlier, before 1st.One was formed, we actually, as the longest trainee, I trained for about 4 years to 5 years. I had to master the Korean language in order to debut. And then, after the auditions, there were like 100, and then cut to 50, and then 30, and then finally 10. And then, of course, 6 members, including the 7th member, the special member gift, was formed finally to become 1st.One. But our journey started, I think, the most momentous event was the Seoul Music Awards, because the condition of the company was, if we lost, Dance to Your Soul, which was the elimination round of Seoul Music Awards, if we lost that, then our trainee status will be cut off. And then, thankfully, we won. And then we were able to debut as 1st.One, July 31, 2020. But in between, when we came back from Korea, fresh from Seoul Music Awards, we were so hyped because we were going to debut already, but then pandemic broke out. So we're actually pandemic babies. We're pandemic boy group. So because of that, we didn't know when we were going to debut, actually. Every day we were locked down in our dormitory. We didn't get to see our parents for like a year or more. We didn't get to see our families. Of course, we got to contact them through Zoom, through Facebook, through chat, but only through times that we didn't have training. So the emotional stress, the mental stress was there, but we had to overcome those stress and emotions in order to really become 1st.One, because our company always told us that you think this is already hard. We think the training is already hard, but really, they're just preparing us for the real world. It's like school. School is not really the real world. It's not that hard. We think it's hard. But after we debuted, we found out how hard it really was. We didn't have any guestings, not too much, because of the pandemic. So all the emotions were there. From the song Oh, actually I was telling my co-vocals earlier, backstage, you know, when we were singing the high notes, I almost cried. Because I was looking at these people that I shared sweat, tears, blood, fights with. And eventually, every time we fight, we just make up. And we rise higher. So that's the reason why I cried. The journey. Actually po, we believe that signing with Warner Music right now is really at its utmost perfect timing, because our 1st.One entertainment family has always supported us coming to this stage. They've always pushed for us even though the situation was really hard with the pandemic. And now that the pandemic has eased up, I don't know, it's just there's someone intervening higher than us that gave us this opportunity of signing with Warner at the perfect time that the pandemic is loosening up, at the perfect time that these shows, P-Pop, Kontugatog, and everyone are coming together to create a new avenue to make P-Pop rise to the global stage. So there's no better timing, I believe. I think I stand for the group. And for our songs, actually, we've just released upbeat songs because we never really debuted officially yet. Our company has always told us that keep your feet on the ground, but your eyes to the sky. Be humble, because you've not really done anything yet. You've debuted, but you haven't really debuted yet. Because a lot of groups that came before us, all our idols that came before us, came from a time that there was no pandemic. So everything was like normal. But our situation now is very different. We debuted in a pandemic situation. No guestings, no live shows. So we haven't really experienced anything yet. So we just wanted to release upbeat songs every time because we wanted to let people know that, okay, little by little, this is 1st.One. From You Are the One, this is our strength. From Oh, we can release a strong dance song yet infused with a ballad type of vibe. And then now, shout out, we're ready to start being who we really are. And actually, during the pandemic, we've written a lot of songs. So a lot of those songs are R&B ballads, so it's coming. Naman po, my greatest fear is losing the strength to get up. Because I always fall down. we fall down as a team as well. Yun nga po, as I said earlier, we fight, but then we always had the strength to get up and reconcile and get stronger. But I'm really scared that what if we fall down and then we don't have the strength to get up anymore. That's scary because we don't really want to fail, but we know that failure only happens when you don't stand up anymore. Actually, for our special member gift is he's going to become a separate solo artist later on. But for us in the group, the song O is actually a song guided by 1st.One Entertainment, but made by us. It's produced from 0 to 100 by all the members, so all our hearts were there. And during songs that we really create from scratch, we're allowed to really get gift to be featured in that song. And gaya po ng O, he's featured there. And his role is that every time we have a hardship in anything, he's always there ready to help, even though he's not an official member of 1st.One. From the simple things of, like an inside story, before we debut the song You Are the One, the company tasked us with how many runs? How many runs? Yeah, we were tasked to run like 30 runs per day. Like we had to sing and dance You Are the One 30 times per day. And if we don't finish that even by 11 p.m., we're not gonna sleep. So the person who was videoing those videos was Gift. And he was like, those videos are still with us actually. And he's gonna say like, the legend begins, take one. The legend begins, take two. We want to become legends. That's why he always says that. Because we look up to Michael Jackson. So, there are a lot of things that Gift helps us with. Thank you, Gift. We love you. We love you. Of course, I want to thank Alpha, Max, and every one of the members for thinking of me as the foundation of the group. But I'd like to thank you, sir, for saying that actually each member is the strength of the group and of us. Because I don't know if they know it, but I really fight on because of them. Because they're behind me. It's like in dancing, when you're in front of the whole blocking, you don't really see your back. So it's like you're entrusting where you're going next to the people behind you. So for me, like I don't know if they know, but I've always entrusted my backs to them. No matter how much we fight or disagree about anything and everything. But I think like any brotherhood, we fight, but we love. Actually, sitting beside each and every one of those groups gives us happiness. Because as we mentioned yesterday, P-pop is only a small plate. Like, each group has a contribution to this plate. And each P-pop group will only be able to form a plate to its limit as much as we can. But in order for P-pop to really rise, we need the fans. So the fans will really make P-pop rise. So we mentioned yesterday that no matter who you support, no matter what fandom you belong to, it's not only about 1st.One, it's not only about this group or that group. It's an honor for everyone to be beside each other. Because at the end of the day, we're Filipinos. So there's already like way back when we were children, we had NSYNC, Backstreet Boys. We have K-pop now. We have NCT, EXO, BTS. Why can't we have P-pop? So it's the time that we can help each other to make P-pop really rise. So I'm just really happy. We're really happy that we belong to this circle, and we want to tell the fans and to tell everyone that let's help each other. Let's please help each other so that we can reach the next level.